everyone, this is Sarah, and I'm here today to share with you my Disney vintage suitcase and piggy bank that I made for our upcoming trip to Disneyland. I created a box using foam core and held it together with craft colored cardstock. It measures just about 8 inches tall, 10.5 inches wide, and then about 5 inches in depth. I needed something substantial because we're hoping to get lots of money in there. This is the front side of the box here, and as you can tell, I covered it all with craft colored cardstock. I then took my inks and I distressed it with tons of distress ink in vintage photo, tea dye, antique linen, and some of my close to my heart inks in chocolate and cocoa. I was really aiming for the vintage, aged leather, well-traveled bag look, and I'm really happy with how it came out. This is the back side here, so you can see lots of coloring and lights and darks, and I really just wanted that well-traveled bag look. Once I was really happy with how the inking came out, I then took the box, and I covered it with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist in the suede color, which really blended everything together, and it actually gave everything a really nice gold shimmer, which I'm sure does not come across in the camera. So that's the base of the box, and then when I started to do my embellishing, I wanted that leather strapping that you see that runs down the old style suitcases. And I thought it would be really fun. There's always lots of hardware on those bags, so I thought it would be fun to take some brads that kind of had an antique gold patina to them and make these wonderful Mickey icons that run up the side of the bag, and then they also continue across the top here as well, and then they go, down both sides of the strapping here, front and back, as you saw. Then, once I had that, my original idea was then to take and create bumper stickers using my Cricut cartridges and stickers and kind of make some vintage Disney stickers that would then go across here on the suitcase. But what I realized is that that is actually not a very wide area, and my stickers were only going to be about 2 inches by 3 inches, and a lot of the detail that I wanted just wasn't going to be able to come across. So I switched gears and I went ahead and found in my stash some icon stamps that I had completely forgotten I had. And I decided it would be fun to stamp the box with these vintage Disney icons, kind of giving it that Louis Vuitton, Dooney and Burke with their monogram bag look where it's really tonal and just these simple icons across the bags. So what you have is, let me zoom in here a little bit best I can, is you have these icons. So you have his glove, his shorts, Mickey Mouse's shoe, and then a couple different variations of his face and head in the classic icon shape. And I just stamped those in a random pattern across the suitcase and around all the sides and everything. And I'm really happy with how it turned out because I think it just adds to that, vintage, rich leather-looking bags that you kind of see, steamer trunk era type stuff. And I'm just really pleased with how it came out. This is the top of the box here, and this is my luggage tag, which I'll go over in a second. So it's more of the stamping, and all of this, the handle and all the strapping is done in Tim Holtz grunge paper that's inked and glimmer misted. You can kind of get a good view of how much gold the glimmer mist had added on the handle. The handle came out beautifully. Tucked under the handle here is my slot for the piggy bank, and it's flanked by 2 more grunge paper Mickey shapes I punched out and inked and colored. And then it's held together with the brads that are all of the same patina. And I actually found these square, they were at Joann's. They were actually in the purse aisle, but you could use them for a belt or anything, just these square things that kind of hold handles and whatnot together. And they just happened to fit perfectly with the width of the strapping I was using and everything. It was really wonderful how it all came together. So that's the top with the handle there. And then the last detail I put on there was my luggage tag. And for my luggage tag, I just took a simple number 8 tag, ran it through my Cricut. I believe I used the Mickey and Friends font cartridge, and I found this wonderful It's actually a tag with this little loop cut out at the top with the Disney script in there. So I thought it would be fun to pop out the letters, and I use my chalks to get a really soft faded look for the red, gold, and black, which are traditional Mickey Mouse colors. And I chalked all the letters in that, and then I punched just this black Mickey ears out and adhered it under the D. And I glued the letters back into their original space, and covered them with glossy accents. So they've got a little bit of texture and shine to them, which I'm not quite sure if that comes across. You might be able to see it just a little bit. For the back side of the tag, I just took some more Tim Holtz craft glassine and I crumpled it up to get it that wrinkly leathered look, and I stamped it with some more of the icons in vintage photo so it matched the back of the bag. And then I just attached it to this metal ring with some extra grunge paper and a brad so that everything was coordinating. And so that's my luggage tag. And then this is one more view of what I'm considering the front of the box. It's kind of hard to tell. And so I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this inspires you to see what you can make out of some for your next vacation. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.